Alright, well, UFC 305 is here. And let's just say I was very excited for this card. And I personally think this is a better card than 304 and definitely 303. So I'm very happy for the main event and the co-main. A lot of great matchups on here. And yeah, I'm just very excited. So this is going to be my main card breakdown and predictions. Dracus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. So, my prediction for this fight is Dracus du Plessis by a unanimous decision. Okay, so I believe Izzy is going to have a really tough time with the pressure and pace that Dracus is going to put on him. And just how unorthodox Dracus really is on the feet. I feel like Izzy is going to have a bit of a tough time solving that puzzle. And also, I'd like to mention there is the threat of the takedown at play as well, because Dracus would be a very stupid man if he doesn't level change during this fight at all. Like, I could see Dracus throwing a combination, getting Izzy up close against the fence, and then level changing. And just like he did in the Sean Strickland fight, and then controlling him, landing some ground and pound. And I don't think really Izzy has that much of a chance, to be honest. Unless you guys really believe in mythical fighters being real. I know this is Contender Izzy, so you never know what could happen, but this is not like Peaches and Creamville, alright? This is not nostalgia land, alright? We need to focus on the facts only. And Dracus du Plessis is probably going to smash Izzy, honestly. Like, if I could bet, I'd bet the house on Dracus right now. I think Izzy's going to probably have his way with, like, one of the rounds, maybe, like, round one. But otherwise, Dracus is going to be like a pressure cooker for Izzy. Dracus will be, like, turning up the heat each minute, and obviously he should be level changing with him. So I think, yeah, there's a threat at the takedown for Izzy, and I believe Dracus has this easy 49-46 decision. Kai Kara France versus Steve Erzeg. So I'm going with Steve Erzeg on this one. It's not even that close. I'm tired of these people thinking like, oh, Kai Kara France, he's been in the UFC for longer, so that means he should win. No, that does not mean he should win. All right, Steve Erzeg, I think by like a round 2 TKO win. Kai Kara France, he's been chinned a lot. He's been TKO'd a lot. He gets finished pretty easily, honestly. But he is very great on the feet, though. He has some pretty heavy hands. But, like, then again, his only really notable win that comes to mind was a washed Cody Garbrandt that was moving down from bantamweight to flyweight. So, that's, like, only really his notable win. And yeah, so I don't think this is really even a question. Just Steve Erzeg, I think round 2 TKO. Just that simple. Mateusz Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. Again, this is another easy one, bro. Like, come on, guys. Gamrot by decision. like, it's a very bad matchup for Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker is a guy who likes to scrap. He likes to have bloody wars on the feet. And Mateusz Gamrot, he's a bit of the opposite. He likes to wrestle and he likes to control. I think this is easy to say. Mateusz Gamrot by a wet blanket, unanimous decision, just smudging Dan Hooker into the canvas. But I do believe, though, the first round will be sort of a scrap on the feet. But I feel like Mateusz Gamrot will get caught by Dan Hooker. and he'd realize like, oh shit, this is a very like high risk, low reward situation for me. Why am I standing with the kickboxer? And then he's gonna level change, easily take down Dan Hooker, hold him there, and just ground and pound. Unanimous decision, just easy. Tai Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Oh man, Tai Tuivasa is about to catch another L. Jairzinho Rosenstrike, I believe by a round 3 TKO win. Look, Tai Tuivasa is getting finished. He's on this like absolute Tony Ferguson loss streak right now, and it really sucks because I actually like him. But Jairzinho Rosenstrike is really great on the feet here, and he's gonna have a speed advantage over Tai, obviously, and I think this is gonna be like another Jairzinho performance like he had against Gaziev. He's gonna pick his shots. He's gonna kick the legs. He's gonna kick the legs of Tai, and he's gonna be picking his shots. He will be at jabbing range. You know, Tai won't be able to land his elbows. So I feel like eventually he's just gonna, all that damage will accumulate eventually for Tai. All the leg kicks and like the jabs, he'll be bloody, and then I think he will get rocked, and then I believe he'll get dropped down in round number 3, and then that's when Jairzinho Rosenstrike will capitalize and TKO him. Otherwise, I hope Tai Tuivasa wins. That'd be a major upset, but let's just be honest here, Rosenstrike will win this. Li Jingliang versus Carlos Prates. This one also hurts to say, bro, but I think Carlos Prates by a unanimous decision. Either that or like a TKO, but Lee is very tough. I know he's had a long layoff, but I still think he has that dog in him, and he's definitely going to show up on fight week with that suit that he was talking about. So it's just going to be sad, but I feel like Carlos Prates is just faster than Lee, and he definitely has like great kicks, knees, and he's just going to have that speed advantage, you know. And right now, Carlos is undefeated in the UFC, along with his gym in Brazil, Nerds MMA, where they're all undefeated, basically. And they definitely analyzed Lee down to the wire in his last fights. So Carlos Prates will just know everything, essentially. He will know where Lee is, you know. And I feel like Carlos Prates will pick him apart with kicks, and then in close range, some clinch knees, and yeah, I just think this is going to be a little bit of a dominant decision for Prates. Otherwise, I hope for Li Jingliang to come back, but I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. So, thanks for watching.